Greetings and salutations, Dota fans. My name is Badger, and I'm here for the first time for League of Lads season number 11. And I am joined tonight by a special guest, a two-time League of Lads champion, season 7 champion, now season 10 champion, former Portland Burnsider, 7K TB and Pudge player extraordinaire, KU Dota. How are you in this fine evening?
I'm good. I'm ready for the new season, the start of my content career as a retired player. Kicked from my own team, just like AUI.
Feels bad, man. But
Yeah.
What can you do, right?
There's two teams. One is I think they're 3 out of 5 returning from last season. The Pishja team, and then I think the Rook team. 3 or 4 of these guys played 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, I know. I think I was 3 seasons ago where we saw the Andy Jim Tint team, and now they're changing supports. They're bringing in new supports. And it's more or less a spiritual incarnation to the role swap team, where I know the cores will most certainly be role swapping around all season. So it should be a fun time to see exactly what Sauce's Kittens do. Like, I know both of these teams were rated fairly highly. Like, if we're looking at the totally objective, totally not subjective content that I made in terms of team rankings, I had this Dire team at 5th. And I had this Radiant team at 7th, so, you know, good teams.
Yeah, I think Dire, depending on how hard they try, how much trolling they do, these guys could easily have a high placement. I think Rook, Salacious Sea Lion 62 is probably the best player in Lads, and I don't know that it's that much of a discussion. I mean, he played DPC last season, and he was playing support. I believe he's playing core, but, you know, this guy's good.
He will be playing core for this team. That is correct.
Yeah, and then, I mean, he was like at least 8K. I don't know what he peaked at, but Andy Bendy, his brother, has also been at least 7K on the EU ladder, which is Monopoly MMR. So, you know, we'll see. He's good though. I mean, these guys are good.
I was gonna say, you said Jim, best player in Lads. He's not the best player in his team, man. they got Andy Bendy, the GOAT, on his team, man.
Yeah, but I mean, Radiant team also has some good players. I think Pishja, it's probably the offlaner I respect the most, in Lads at least. He played a lot on typical NA. Back when I was on Portland, we would play them a lot. And last season he was playing mid, which was off-roll, but he did good, and their team was actually looking, I don't know, maybe like a favorite, but in the playoffs they kind of crumbled, and I never had to play him in playoffs, so I was lucky to dodge him. But now he's playing on roll. They got a few new players, so we'll have to see how they mesh.
You know, it's actually I'm actually really interested in seeing how the role swap for Bloosher Revamped changes their team, because obviously, you mentioned Pishja, historically an offlane player. He's now playing offlane. They're putting Rice Boy in the mid, who's once again also a Lads staple. So it'll be interesting to see exactly if this team is going to be dramatically different with an offlane player playing offlane rather than an offlane player playing mid now.
Yeah, I mean, those are both weenie roles, so it's kind of the same. The hardest road is in the safe lane.
Absolutely. So, I mean, hardest role carry, second hardest role 5 support. I understand what you mean.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm looking at these heroes that are being selected, though, and I'm actually not shocked at all with these picks from Sauce here. Like if you told me okay, there's gonna be a team with like Andy Bendy and Jim, Clockwork Leshrac from like two heroes they would prioritize extremely highly. I think the Morphling and Bat bands are very good bands as well. I think if Morph and Bat were available, they would be picked by this Sauceless Kittens team. They're going to likely
Yeah,
grab two very active cores, and then they'll have one core farming around, and that's going to be. I mean, honestly, a lot of teams do that nowadays, but I know internally that's the way they just like to play Dota.
yeah. I mean, I think so. I was watching draft while we talked. Dyer first picked Clockwork overall, and then Radiant went Dawn and Tiny. And I think Clockwork, I feel like it can be good against both these heroes. Tiny, I think there's some discussion. It can go both ways. Like if it's 5 o'clock against Tiny in lane, he can just toss you away sometimes. But that means like Tiny can't commit his toss if Clockwork's threatening him. And if Tiny doesn't have toss and he gets cogged in, like Tiny's never going to be able to hit out of the cogs, right? And so Clock can pressure him. Dawnbreaker, if she ever Ws, she can't get out of cogs either. So the matchup can go both ways. I'm a really big fan of this Clock hero. I think especially if you can get some amount of farm, if you can get Ags especially, I think this hero is really strong. And I don't know that I love Tiny as a support. I think as a core, it's still okay. But as a support, I feel like you have to play really well, and you have to make sure you have a good lane. And if this is offlane Death Prophet, this could be one way to secure his laning phase. But that would mean that this Dawn is going somewhere else, which not exactly sure where it would be. But it's probably still... They're flexing it around. And these guys pick Abba. I'm sure you have something to say about that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I take personal responsibility for this pick. I really do. Actually, I want to comment on the Tiny though. I think Tiny 4 is still quite good. I'm watching a lot of these TI games and the LCQ games. Good hero, I think. I mean, it's one of those heroes that provides a lot in terms of he's not a terrible laner. You buy a Blink Dagger, you're able to just do a lot of burst damage for a 4 hero who has like 3.2k net worth. Though, I think this game in particular, it could be difficult. Clockwork's quite tanky, Abaddon's quite tanky, Leshrac itemized into like Bloodstone, Kayasan, so... It's going to be a relatively hard game for the Tiny to really snowball out of control, and I think in this lane as well, if there's a stronger laning carry, this Abaddon +1 should lane well into like a Tiny 4 plus, say, I don't know, Dawn 3 or DP 3.
I don't really know what this Abba is for. I don't feel like the hero is particularly good against Dawn or DP. It's like, it can be nice to have a support with a save against like a Dawnbreaker, Ultikin and stuff, but Abba doesn't really get you out of the Tiny combo. You can toss away from Abba, or you can toss Abba away. And then, I mean, you can dispel Death Prophet's silence, but that's like, I don't know, it's not amazing. So I'm interested to see why exactly they went with Abba. I mean, it's a good save for Lesh, but I feel like Omni Knight could just be a better version. So we'll have to see what this Abba gives and how they're able to utilize it.
What Abaddon gives you is the ability to silence a hero, you know? Like, he trades really well in lane in a way that Omni often doesn't.
That's true. You can hit the Tiny if you skill E, but I don't know that Abba should be skilling E.
It's a good value point.
It is, but I think the other two spells are so good at level 1 that it's like by the time you're getting E on Abba, it can be awkward. They went Ursa. I hate this hero.
I know.
But I think it can be strong, can be good. But I feel like if you have to solo carry the game as Ursa, this hero is like the scariest carry to play, except like LD maybe. Like LD can just like die twice with no bear and then you lose. Ursa can just like hit a wall, lose Aegis, and then like the game can spiral. But if you have other cores around you, a DP can be good because she can siege towers. Dawnbreaker can build like Desolator and stuff if that's the route they choose. So I think this Ursa pick is okay, and I think it's good at hitting Lesh. Lesh can go Yules and Yules the Ursa, but if you have Basher on Ursa, you can just like fold the 0 Lesh. You can fold the 0 the Sups. So I don't hate this Ursa pick this game.
You know, it's funny you mentioned how Lone Druid falls off. It's like, all right, you lose the bear twice and the game's over. That's kind of like what you do when you play Ursa. You die twice with Aegis and then your game's over. It's like, all right, well, now what do I do?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a similar feeling. The thing with LD is if you're a 30k net worth hero, but all 30k is on your bear and it's gone, then there's actually nothing you can do. If you die on Ursa twice, like, you still have your items and you can like bash some guy and bring it back. But it's a similar feeling where you feel like the game just like slips out of your hands sometimes. I'm interested to see what they pick here because they have Pango Lesh. This could be a carry Lesh, offlane Lesh. Pango could be mid or offlane, and Lesh could be mid also, obviously. So I'm interested to see what they pick here. I feel like they might go like Viper or something to just ruin this Ursa's day. They have a clock with it.
That's what I'm thinking as well. Veno?
Yeah.
Similar idea, though. Similar idea.
Yeah, the same thing. And I think carry Lesh is pretty cool. I think Lesh Abba is probably going to be that lane, which
that's powerful.
Not the best, I'd say. It's good for farming. Like Abba will always like try and just trade farm. You can't really all in them. Something like Ogre Lesh can be stronger at going for the kills, just because you have a setup for the Lesh stun, which can be strong in the side lane. But we'll see. We'll get to know what they're laning against here. I think Radiant still has a lot of flexibility in their draft. This could be sub Tiny, sub Dawn, sub DP. All three of those heroes can go mid. I think Ursa is probably the only one that's locked as the carry, I imagine, unless they're crazy.
Maybe, I mean, if they're real crazy, they can go Ursa mid against the Pango, but okay, that's a Pudge. That's probably your mid laner.
And yeah, looks like mid Pudge. Probably 5 Dawn, I have to guess. Yeah, 5 Dawn, 4 Tiny, I think. Unless I think Onion's the 4 player.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, they could lane swap. I know this team last season played like a 5 Tiny, or Tiny was laning in the safe lane a few times, which I thought was really interesting because you can toss into tower and stuff. So we'll see how they end up laning it, but that's just something to keep in mind. So it looks like Tint is playing Veno, I imagine, in the offlane. Or like he will be against the Ursa, but I imagine he is the pause 3 here. It is pause 1 Lesh.
Yeah,
how they distribute the farm could change based on the games, but just from the draft, that's what it looks like.
You see a lot of these pro games where even though the Leshrac goes mid, the Leshrac's #1 farm priority in these games, and I would expect the exact same to happen here for Sauce's Kittens, where it'll be Jim, Rook, Salacious Sea Lion, 62, taking the #1 farm priority for the Sauce's Kittens team. This is gonna be a very active game, though. I think I prefer the Dire draft. Who do you prefer here?
I also like Dire's draft just because I like hitting on Ursa, but I think Radiant can definitely win this game. I mean, their DP can just go wild. It's a pretty free DP game, I'd say, and he has Abba behind, and there's no real stunts on Dire. So DP could snowball this game, and then Pudge and Ursa will do their thing. But Dire will have to deal with DP, and I'm not sure exactly how they will do that if he gets off to a good start.
You know, the funny part with your Ursa is we can literally like date the exact moment where you started to hate Ursa.
Oh yeah.
There's one loss from like 2.5 years ago, and ever since that point, you have hated Ursa with a passion.
Yeah, I only like this hero when it gets a Battle Fury. Also, I think that's fun, but as you can just keep farming, it's whatever.
Well, I hope you're excited. I think Ice Yeti goes for B Fury most of the time on Ursa, so I hope you're excited for it.
Yeah, he might get rolled in lane against Veno. But one thing is Dawnbreaker as a 5 can be good at their fighting top.
He's
He has
fine. He's got
They both
boots.
have boots.
It's an Avalanche only on 1. Maybe he's not fine, actually. Nah, he's fine. Thought for a second he might not be fine, but ended up being entirely fine. So we see Sauce going for level 1 Aphotic Shield. I hope he goes for the double shield play, which, if you go for the shield level 1, it's basically your number 1 tool of the lane and get a lot of pressure out is shield, walk in, with shield available again, just double shield the hell out of him, and I'm excited for that. Wait, Rice Boy killed Hook. The rune play already. Smack Tricks goes into the battery assault on 2, shield crash on 2 as well. Bounty runes, they're currently being traded. An Avalanche on 3 will save everybody on the Radiant side. Pistol walks away. And it will end up being actually 3 runes for the Radiant here, okay. 3 runes.
Yeah, Venom's blocking his wave. This could be good. Just drawing the wave back on Venom is really important. If Dire messes up this lane with Dawnbreaker just playing aggressive, and they feed a killer or 2, it could give this Ursa an actual game. But if they're just like poking each other the whole laning phase, Dire should win here, I think. Clock Venom's very strong, especially against 2 melee heroes.
Seeing trading in the top lane so far, again, both supports are injured, but neither are dead. We're going to see some regen coming out from both Bunions and Sauce. Mid lane, do you expect anything interesting out the mid lane, or is it one of those farm trade lanes?
I think Pudge should win, like, on the farm, and they should both just farm till level 6. Yeah, Pudge has like 20 damage on this guy or something. 18 damage. And Pudge should go hook the hard camp. The Radiant hard camp on the right.
Come over here.
Yeah. I would even... Yeah, like I would do it right now. Instead of walking up here. But I played a lot of Pudge, so, you know.
I did mention it in the intro. I said about 5 things about you. One was your affinity for Pudge.
Yeah, I think this hero is broken, but I don't know that it should be mid that much. I think mid, there's some games for it, but I think you kind of want to farm on this hero a lot. I think it's better and bendy.
Ooh, he gets the water rune. That's not ideal for Rice Boy, because Smack Tricks grabbed the one to the east here, and the hook is missed by Rice Boy. Well then. Suddenly this mid lane is a lot better for the Bangalore. Over into the Dire side jungle. First blood, it's almost there. But it will not happen, never mind.
Yeah, I think he started double fairy on Abba, and Veno in the bottom lane also started double fairy fire, which I don't know that anybody is doing this, so I imagine this is some kind of seal theory craft that's going on here. It's two players on this team are doing it.
Maybe it's new tech, because I play pubs with these guys. I don't see too many double fairy fire purchases, so this might be some brand new tech we're seeing here. I mean, it's one of those things where you treat it similar to buying like double branches in tons of branches that Tundra Gaming buys, where they load up on branches. Maybe instead it's like, alright, we're gonna load up on fairy fire, just for the fun of it. Do some efficient damage. And it is an efficient damage item as well. I mean, we're talking, what is that, 75 gold for 2 damage? It's not bad.
Yeah, it's good, especially if you, I think, plan to fight a lot, but I'm not sure that I would have done it on Abba this game.
I would not.
This guy should just be trading more, and Fairy Fire kind of suggests that they're gonna all into the deaths. So I think Veno, for instance, is using this bonus damage a lot because he is farming, and in a lane like this, the Fairy Fire could definitely make the difference between killing the Ursa before you die and like dying first and giving Ursa a better game.
Mid lane, we see a bit of a dive by Andy Bendy. I think he wants this kill. Has Shield Crash and Swashbuckle, which is no matter for Swashbuckle, never mind. He had the abilities, lack the mana. Hook, a little bit off again from Rice Boy. Well then.
He got salved on Pudge by the Dawn. I think this play actually might like win Dire the early game, depending on if Ursa gets punished for this. His courier also died on Ursa, which is kind of bad for him.
Not quite sure how much stuff was on it, but it's definitely not good either way. I think there's a lot on it, because he's had nothing on the... yeah, he's had nothing right now on Ursa. No, literally no items. He has slippers, 2 branches, and a QB. I think there's like boots in the courier or something.
Might have been boots, could have been a ring, I'm not entirely sure. It's about to respawn. Yeah, it's boots and a wand.
Ooh, that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, one thing is, top lane...
He's fine. Barely.
Yeah, level 5 DP might kill him, though.
It's Fairy Fire. He didn't use it, though. It's First Blood going to Pishtya. And that will be the DP in the off lane securing that First Blood. We thought it might be in the bot lane or the top lane. Ended up being in the top lane.
Yeah, Pudge is walking to base. I think, Indy Bendy is kind of owning here. I don't know that Pudge should ever get as low as he did the first time, and then ever have to walk back like this. You can always hook the rune and stuff, so I'm not sure exactly where I went wrong.
I know the minute 2 Water Rune definitely helped Andy Bendy, where he got minute 2 Water Rune, Rice Boy didn't.
Yeah, that's true.
We're seeing a fight over the minute 6 Power Rune right now. Supports at top, mid lanes at bottom. Who will get it? It will be Andy Bendy with a double damage rune, out-clicking Rice Boy. That's a big pickup right there. Meanwhile, bottom lanes, Ice Yeti under attack in Smack Trix's cogs. Maybe a 1-for-1 trade, could be a 1-for-0 trade. Let's find out. TP in by Tiny. The hammer is missed, so there'll be no stun from the Starbreaker from Patience. And now Tint and Smack Trix will attempt to walk away. Avalanche from Bunions brings him with a toss to Patience. Tint is half HP, has Gale up. I believe actually missed the Gale. Again, the cogs are in. Batteries help to follow. Bunions and Patience are both being mini-stunned, canceling the Starbreaker stun. And as a result, they turn again. Now it's Patience under attack. Tint looks to slow. Patience to fall. Smack Trix gets the kill. Bunions, we forced to run away as well. Tint has Gale up. He hits it. Bunions, maybe he'll get denied, but he's most certainly dead.
Denied.
We're waiting for a deny right now. No deny? Actually, he's not dead, never mind. But he's very close to being dead. He'll have to just, I guess, hide for a bit.
I'm surprised this Veno doesn't have an urn. I think Veno should go, or a lot of Venos go urn. Maybe he thought there wouldn't be any kills in this lane, like Radiant would just give it up, but he opted to go for the Buckler, and Bassi is flying now.
Meanwhile, top lane, Pish just solo kills Salacious Sea Lion 62. Typical NA's very own Pishtya, getting a big kill on who KU called the best player in Lads. Exo was used, so it is the easy kill button, but it's nonetheless a very impressive solo kill. Big swing for the game.
Yeah, I mean, this DP hero is broken. I don't know. My teams were always big fans of this hero.
Yes, they were. Bottom lane, seems like we have another kill in store. Smack Trix is in his own cogs, about half HP. Patience about a quarter HP. Stun from Patience will hit into the hits from Ice Yeti. So now it's 3 kills for the side of Team Bloosher Revamped.
Yeah, I think Radiant should be pretty happy with the way these lanes are going. I mean, this DP is owning, like I said.
Ooh, Rice Boy, I think is dead here. There's a roll from Andy Bendy. Pishtya's on the way, but Sauce is here as well. The chain stun is actually not quite enough, it appears. Now Andy Bendy is forced to run away. Again, has 1 more swashbuckle, so he'll be absolutely fine, but Rice Boy is just too tanky, apparently.
Yeah, I don't like this Pudge build. I think you should not go 4 points in W with 2 points in E. I think 3 points is much better. Because the way Flesh Heap scales, the uptime scales, and the
bottom
the
lane
scales.
died by Patience, looked for a kill on Timp, but he's overextended. He had to commit the Poison Nova to get the kill, but that's worth it.
Yeah, Ursa might also have to port back to base here. Yeah, he's gonna port out. So, Veno doing good. He has 15 denies, which is a lot of denies.
Well, at long last, it seems like Rice Boy might die. He'll dismember the Clockwork before that occurs. Clockwork will die. Now Rice Boy's in the cogs. Andy Bendy can shield crash in 2, and that will kill Rice Boy. So far, 1 for 1. Patience wants to avenge his Pudge, but again, he's slowed up by Tint. It's a 2v1. Stun is dodged by Andy Bendy. Patience is most certainly dead to the hands of Tint. 2 for 1 trade there in favor of Sauce's Kittens.
Slash Track almost died to neutrals.
But he didn't.
There were some stacks in the Dire jungle that he just cleared, so that's a nice way to get him back in the game after. Yeah, I mean his lane wasn't bad, but the death definitely hurt him to the first DP ult.
Ooh,
DP
big hook
second.
bottom lane by Rice Boy into Dismember. Tints could have popped the Fairy Fire, but it wouldn't have saved his life. Big solo kill for Rice Boy.
Yeah, good kill bottom, and they also got top tower. It's all pretty good for Radiant. One thing is this Ursa did have to lane against Venno, so his game is not the best. But he's only 200 net worth, like 100 net worth below Venno, which I think is pretty good. Like he doesn't, I don't know that he knows that he's only losing by a little.
Ooh, Dismember on Pangolier. He'll now attempt to roll up. Andy Bendy is so low right now. He'll barely get away from that Grip Swarm. Okay then, we're not done with this fight yet, are we? Because Smactrix has arrived, has no hookshot quite yet. It's currently a 4v3. Pistia will siphon, split Earth from Jim, will hit the DP. DP is still siphon healing, and now it's Leshrac, the target. Slowed by Pudge, stunned by Patience, dead again. Andy Bendy, his brother, could not save him. Toss in on Pistia, brings in the Tint. The Nova will hit on 2, might be both offlaners dying here. Tint and Pistia are both incredibly low. Is there a deny? No deny. Instead, it's Bunyan's dead, Pistia dead. Double kill for Tint. That is a 2 for 1 trade, and we're not done yet. Because Dismember, hookshot will cancel. Pudge now the 1v3, knocked back towards Sauce. Sauce is low. Rice Boy is low. Who will die first? Hook is tanked by Andy Bendy. The shield is in. Rice Boy is dead. Andy Bendy's now still alive. Smactrix will kill Patience. A 4 for 1 in favor of Sauce's Kittens. And it started off disastrously with Salacious Sea Lion 62 falling immediately, but it did not matter. Still a 4 for 1.
Yeah, and they're gonna get mid tower maybe? They glyphed. So maybe not. But I mean great fight from Dire. They all played that super well. Just everyone playing on the edge of their limits. Just showing, you know, these guys are good. I think Dire maybe overextended a little. They had no DP ult. Dawnbreaker is still not level 6. I kinda hate support Dawnbreaker also. I think it's like this hero should be a core, or maybe I don't hate it, but I do think this hero with items is better than this hero without items. Just one thing.
Hookshot from Smactrix. Cogs knocked back to follow, but it seems like he may have bit off more than he could chew here. Patience and Bunyan's turn to Smactrix. Smactrix is going to die, but it will certainly be a trade. Maybe he won't even die here. It's currently a 1 for 1. Both teams lose 1 support. Hookshot. The hook does not save anybody at this point. Now it's Patience dead. Sauce is going to attempt to run away. He's currently running from DP and the Pudge. Has borrowed time. Rice Boy Canuck in 5 has his member available. Sauce, I don't think he can live here unless he can dodge the hook. He needs to dodge this. Sauce. He's juking, he's jiving, he's coiling, and there we go! There's a dodge from Sauce. And he'll walk away. There comes your tip.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty good for Dire again. So the first Dawn ult, but he insta-died when he casted it. Abba. This Tiny is really low level. The Tome went to Dawn, I think, so this Tiny is poverty mode, and it doesn't really seem like there's a lane for him to farm right now. I think both the Radiant subs kind of want to like sit in a lane and it creeps for a while.
Oh, the Dismember was cancelled middle lane, but it seems to not matter. Andy Bendy is still dead, and that will be a dead mid T1 on the Dire side as well. So both teams will lose their mid T1 towers. Unfortunately, they'd be a mid T1 tower, apparently. Gee, unfortunately, it'd be a T1 tower in general. That's now 4 dead with the bottom T1 tower dying on the Radiant side.
Yeah, Dire's doing a really good job of...
Oh no. Yeah, Sauce is probably dead. What were you saying?
They're doing a good job of stacking camps. Dire might fight here, actually.
Yeah, I mean, there is Hook on clock. They want to go on Pishy. That's one hard target, though. Has a Hood active. Smack is dying to the Exo and the damage from the DP. However, Exo has ended. Andy Bendy is rolling. Will not stun Pishtya yet. Will now stun him. His brother arrives with the Split Earth. Avalanche delays some of the Leshrac's damage, but it will not save the life of Pishtya. 11 kills now for Sauce's Kittens. Hookshot has split the wickets, missing both Bunions and Rice Boy. However, Bunions is still in danger. Split Earth and Shield Crash both miss. Bunions is slowed by the Lightning Storm. He's being damaged by the Pulse Nova. Looks for a deny, but cannot find it. Dies to Salacious Sea Lion 62.
Yeah, I feel like Radiant may be showing that they're a new team, or at least some of these players. Maybe not communicating the best. This DP is getting gone on. She's super tanky. And the Pudge is just walking away with Hook to grab the Illusion Rune. If DP just stood still, she could just get hooked out there and they would lose nothing. But they just kind of left her to die. So maybe a little miscommunication there. Ursa's getting a lot of space though. Lesh is killing some stacks again, which will keep accelerating his game. He has Bloodstone, so he's gonna keep getting stronger here. As Bloodstone Lesh is broken, I think. I was surprised in the last chance qualifier. This hero was not picked that much. I thought this hero was giga broken. You know, if you judge by our finals performance, we were just jamming this hero. And eventually it started getting first phase banned against us in the last two games or something. But I think this hero's pretty good with this build. And the jungle?
We're seeing multiple fights go on. Both Smack and Tint are under attack. Question is, who will die and who will die first? Smack will die to Rice Boy. A solo kill for Pudge perhaps. Wait, is he barely too fast? He's running away and Tint juking the trees as well. Somehow nobody's dead right now. Okay, the hammer from Patience will do the job. Not quite sure how Tint lived in the top lane, but he's still fighting with Pishtya. Sauce arrives. But Pishtya is playing Death Prophet, so he'll walk away basically full HP still.
Yeah, I think Dire is making a pretty huge mistake with their items right now. I was mentioning how this Veno didn't go earn in the lane, which I was kind of curious about. But their Clockwork ended up buying an earn later. And now he's going 4-staff. So they're not going to have an early vessel. They're maybe not going to have a vessel at all until like a long time, which I think is pretty bad against what Radiant has. I think Vessel is really good against Dawnbreaker. It's really good against DP. It's really good against Pudge. It's even fine against Ursa and Tiny, to a lesser extent. But those heroes don't love getting Vesseled. And Dire's not going to have one for a long time. So maybe they'll have enough damage just with their Tricore. I mean, these are all high damage heroes, but we'll have to see how much healing comes out from Radiant, and if it's too much for Dire to deal with.
At this point, we're just, we're waiting for this Ursa to farm a lot of items. I mean, he hasn't finished Beef Fury. He's not that far from the Blink. I wouldn't be too shocked if we see a Roshan die soon as well. He doesn't have lifesteal, but he is still Ursa.
Yeah, I mean, he has 4 guys who can tank for him also. They should Rosh. They ever see people on the bot side of the map. Pudge is about the bags in like 800 gold. I think that's when this hero really starts owning. You can farm like everything, you can kill people really easily. But I mean, his timing is kind of late because he's mid, and he also went for a full hood, which I think is fine if you're mid. If you're a carry, I think skipping hood can be okay because you're just going to be farming a lot, and if you just go cloak, you can sustain yourself in the jungle. There's Radiant Smokes.
He also is into the Veno Lesh as well, so extra value on that hood passive.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're like all physical, or all magic damage on Dire. They're
We
only
see Andy Bendy mid lane. Tint is not here, and Tiny has a Blink Dagger. Finding... He's Invis! He has the Invis rune. He turns to Pistia. Okay, then. Interesting start to our fight. Hook shot on Pistia. Knocked around by everything there. He's on the inside of the cogs once again. Tiny's half 18 the low ground as Jim blinks in looking for the DP. Patience will heal for now. Pistia is still incredibly low. Leshrac has been dismembered. He is dead. And now it's Sauce on the inside, but he is just probably going to die as well as borrowed time is over. He's stunned by Patience. He's dead. There's a Nova on 3 from Tint. But the fight, it has been lost unless Andy Bendy can carry this fight right now. I don't think he can right now. Hook. Oh, okay, that one will miss. It's currently a 2-for-1. Force Staff Gale from Tint. Turn with the Grip Swarm. Soft Buckle hit. Rice Boy. Rice Boy is dropping. Has his member, but he's not in range of anybody right now. He's trying for it. Smacktrix is dead. Andy Bendy is low. Andy Bendy. Yeah, he's not even dead still. It's Rice Boy who's dead instead. Now it's Tint turning on Pistia. Blinking by Andy Bendy. The Tiny is slowed. The Tiny is dead. The DB's on the run. The Gale hits again. Pistia to fall. Patience has returned, but he'll die as well. The fight's a disaster right now. Sauce's Kittens. They are kiting everything. How does this even happen? He's dead on D.
So what happened here is Pango with Brigand's Blade is giga broken. The damage works on the Q. And he also has a Vlad's. Yeah, he has Pact on Venom, which reduced a lot of damage and also helped the Pango lifesteal up. And Dire played the end of that fight really well. I thought this fight looked like trash. When DP ults and is running at you and you can disengage, I feel like generally it's pretty good to just like chill, like 20 seconds and then go back in. But they decided to fight into it. They thought they could burst her, but she had Yules, she had Hood, and they have no Vessel on Dire. So the start of the fight, Lesh was just diving on the DP, but they didn't have enough damage, and it looked bad for Dire. But they eventually brought it back. Just the Pango and the Veno in a long, extended fight. I mean, this Ursa's gotten a lot of space. But this Roche from Dire is really good. Anytime you can take Roche away from Ursa, that makes his game really awkward. Because this hero, like, only functions, not only, but almost exclusively functions with Aegis. And if you throw that off, it can throw the player off, and it can also just throw off the team's timings and stuff.
I know that second Roshan will definitely be a priority if Bloosher can get the map control for it, get the Aegis, get the Shard, but easier said than done sometimes.
Yeah, they might. Never mind. Doesn't look like they're going bottom. It's just the guy with the Aegis, after all. Dire's collapsing on bottom. This
yeah, they'll run into Bunions. The smoke has popped, and technically it is a gank tanked, but the entirety of the rest of the team is gone, so it's just Tiny going to die. Wait, okay. I was gonna say, there's no way he gets away here. Hookshot cancels that TP. Mission accomplished.
Yeah, so Dire can either just kill the tier 2 here, or a good sweep across. They know that, at least they don't know, but they can guess that people ported top. So we'll see what they end up doing. I think killing a tier 2 here is okay. If Lesh has he doesn't have troubles, so it's hard for him to get top and he has no port. So maybe they'll just take the tower and be good with that. DP is ulting for the top tier 2.
Well, the tower is almost certainly going to die, but it might just be a charade of towers here. I mean, there's a lot of
Dire should go high ground, actually. I think I would go high ground here, and they're pinging it. Someone is pinging the racks. I'm not sure which team. I guess both teams are actually pinging racks right now, which is pretty funny.
EXO is ending very soon, though, and Edict will be up again in 13 seconds, versus EXO has a cooldown of 2 minutes, so that's the big differentiating factor right now.
Yeah, I mean,
also, the Strak is Aegis. Oh, hook on Tint. If they can kill him, it's a very big play. Sauce has shield on cooldown. Force out of him away. Tint, it'll just die. And now it's Andy, or no, it's Jim in danger. He'll get Yules in the air, has his own Yules as well. He'll look to Yules himself now, but Ice Yeti and Ice Boy are in the thick of things right now. Andy Bendy's rolling, looking towards Pudge. Venno buys back, Yeti blinks in to pop the Aegis, and now Rice Boy and Yeti still run forward with Pistia. They turn to Jim. Oh no, he's dismembered and dead. Sauce is down as well, so is Smack Tricks. 4 deaths for Sauce's Kittens, 5 if you count the Aegis falling. A disastrous fight at a possibly premature high ground siege bottom lane.
Yeah, I mean, it was a nice hook by Rice Boy, and then I think Abba couldn't get in range to shields.
It was on cooldown. He used it on creeps.
Did he? I didn't see. I still thought he could have forced himself, but he chose to try and force the Venno out.
Yeah, I think it was 2 forces on Venno, one from the Venno, one from the Abaddon, but it wasn't far enough.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I thought he had shield. If he did, I would have forced in and shielded, but if he didn't, then walking in to try and force this guy out makes sense. But I mean, Radiant took that fight with no Exo, and that was into Aegis. So, this is really good for Radiant. They have BKB on their side.
Oh, one more kill, it appears. Clockwork. Oh, he is in a severe danger situation right now. He gets shielded by Sauce, but it does not matter. However, it does turn into a 1-for-1. Both teams lose a 4 support. Andy Bendy is rolling. Rice Boy is locked down and brought down. He dismembers Leshrac with his dying breath. Does not change the result. A 2-for-1 in Dire's favor.
Yeah, this Pango got the right talent on 15, the cooldown reduction on shields. This is a good one. I'm glad he did this.
I agree. I don't remember which caster it was, but one game if Angler didn't go for that talent, and the caster was very, very upset. It might have been Jim, actually. It might have been Rook.
No, it was me.
Was it you? It was you, okay.
That was going on. Yeah, I saw Amar get this left talent.
Oh no, patience! Oh no! At least he got the D word. That was so unfortunate. You were saying about Amar?
Yeah, he got this left talent. He's rolling around for 13 seconds, and I watched him like roll into a little crack in the ground, and they lost the fight because of it. And I thought that was funny. This talent.
Hook from Rice Boy finds Salacious Sea Lion 62. Leshrac bursted immediately. It's runtime. I think they're gonna get away. Andy Bendy will roll just in case. Rice plays his member on cooldown for 11 seconds, and there's your TP away.
Yeah, I mean these hooks are really, really big from Rice Boy. Just pulling people away from a hero like Abba is one of the best ways to deal with it, right? Tiny does the same thing. This last Pig Pudge does it also. And we're seeing this Abba like struggle to have any actual impact.
The problem is, you know what item he needs? Item needs KU.
Mr. Lens.
He needs a Blink Dagger. He needs a Blink Dagger.
Like Abba.
That's what he needs. If I were playing this game, I'd have a Blink Dagger right now.
This bottom lane. They might catch Dawn here.
Dawn is not spotted. They don't know Dawn is there. They know he's somewhere around here, but they don't know exactly where he is right now.
Yeah, I mean, this Dawn is like Giga feeding, but that's kind of the Dawnbreaker life sometimes, so not to blame him. That's just what you do on this hero. He has a pipe queued up. I think that's okay. Pretty good against Venno and Lesh, obviously. I think a Pact could also be good. I mean, this guy is kind of the only one who will buy these items, though. Pudge could buy pipe, or DP could buy pipe. They both have a hood, but they're both kind of playing for their own game. So maybe Dawn will have to do it. We'll see if she gets enough net worth. But this hero is really good at like scraping up the scraps, right? She just sits here. Her team is able to play on the map, and then if she dies, she dies. She has buy, whatever. If no one deals with her, she gets some items.
Well, it seems like they're dealing with her at long last. And you mentioned this thing's happening. I mean, you are playing Dawnbreaker. Occasionally you get caught. You play a lane like this away from your team, and eventually you're going to die.
Yeah, and she killed most of the wave, so they won't get punished. They won't lose any HP on the tier 3. I think what Dire should do right now is they should just smoke or cross right now while Dawn is dead. They have like a 20-second window where they can try and take this triangle, but I guess Andy Bendy was top, so maybe it's a little awkward. He doesn't have travels either. I'm just scared of the Roche, because if Radiant gets Roche here, it's gonna be pretty rough for...
Ooh, Rightsboy went for a kill on Tints. He's entirely alone right now until his team arrives.
He's blocked. He's okay. The Wraith Pack was blocking him. I didn't even know.
Almost disastrous. Almost disastrous.
Yeah, I'd like to see a Shiva's at some point from someone on Dire. It's the same idea with the Vessel. I mean, this Clock is not buying Vessel. He went Force, and then now he has Ghost Scepter, and now he's going Ags.
Well, Rightsboy is stunned right now. Chain stunned at that, but he's still half HP. Radiant turn with their BKBs.
They should just bail on Dire. Oh my god.
Well, it is Dismember on Pangolier. Pangolier will attempt to swashbuckle away, but there is no way out of that one. It seems like Jim will split bottom. The remainder of the team will bail entirely. This could be a big play from Jim. He has a siege on it. He'll force some TPs here. Radiant want Roshan, which is alive, but that's a...
10 seconds.
Oh, it's not, okay, it's 10 seconds. Oh, the blink away, the blink reactions. Bunions is chasing. Toss up in the air. Bloodstone active will turn. Oh, no, Bunions. Okay, you dodge Split Earth. Blink Dismember from Rightsboy. Leshrac is about half HP, shielded by Sauce. And with the Wraith Pact, it seems like Sauce's Kittens want to bail, and they will begin the process of running away.
Yeah, I think Clockwork, yeah, as long as he flares the pit, they might be okay, but he's actually just committing on her, so I guess no one's porting over. I feel like just giving this is really bad. He's gonna try and steal, but this, yeah, it's just dead.
Yeah, the Aegis and the Shard as well. That's a big power spike for Ursa right there.
Yeah, this game's looking pretty good for Radiant, I'd say. I think Dire is kind of trolling with this DP ults. They should just run away. Like Andy Bendy, he got a little too cheeky. He was trying to roll through, like blink out or something, but he just got pudge ulted right as his roll ended. And he ended up dying. And that kind of gives away Roche there. But, I mean, this Aegis is scary for Dire, like really scary. It makes it nearly impossible for this Ursa to die. I don't know how they'll kill him twice. He has BKB, he's going Satanic. They might try.
Well, Pudge the target at first, till down BKB. The entirety of the Dire arrive. There's this member on Jim now cancelled by Smack Tricks. Everyone commits everything. The BKBs are ending soon on both sides. Split Earth hits on one. Yeti has 2 lives, may lose 1 soon. Bapistia is large and in charge right now, siphoning everybody right now. Has no shard, but Dire are collapsing. Clockwork is dead. The traders for patience, actually they're not collapsing. They're absolutely fine. Hook is missed by Rightsboy. And they could not finish more kills. Instead, Dire turned towards Bunions. Swapbuckle will kill the Aegis as well. It's actually a bit of a disaster right now for the Radiants. Tiny will have to buy back. Yeti looks for a big kill, perhaps on the Shrek. He'll go for Sauce at first. Borrow time to top December on Venomancer. Venomancer is low. Venomancer, he's not dead yet now. Is dead, but Rightsboy maybe the trade. Rightsboy is low. Rightsboy is dead. Yeti turns to Sauce. Finishes the kill on Abaddon. And now, Salacious Sea Lion 62. He's only with his brother. Dies to Cryptstorm, and his brother is left alone, bashed by Ice Yeti, left to die, and that will be a full 5-man wipe, a triple kill for Ice Yeti.
Yeah, I think that fight was going good for Dire, but they stayed a little too long. This Lesh ran out of mana. They had got the Aegis off on Ursa, which I thought was really good. They actually... Andy Bendy killed him on accident with his Ags W. Just like the side shoot of his shield crash just like killed the Ursa in the trees. So I don't know if they knew exactly where he died, but he was still in the trees on the right, ready to connect. And they're still dead for a while on the 3 cores, but Radiant
the
doesn't push that
toss on
fast.
Abaddon. Wait, okay, I thought they might pop the borrow time, but they don't even bother with that one.
I think he tossed back to Ursa, but Ursa blinked in. That's what just happened.
Unfortunate
So he didn't get tossed
coordination.
very far, yeah. Yeah, Radiant's push is not that good with no deep field, so Dire will survive here. And they kind of lost this fight, but weirdly enough, I think their like state of the game gets better now, like right now, just because this Ursa died with Aegis.
Oh.
Okay.
He tried to leave the base on Clockwork. It did not pay off for him.
This is psycho. There were just 5 guys here, and like 1 guy is showing on the mid wave and nothing else. Top lane.
Yeah, top lane, it will be a bit of a 2v1 occurring, and well, it's a big kill on Glacial Sea Lion 62, dismembered by Riceboy. The damage is just a little bit too high. I'm not sure if Jim wasn't ready for it, but he had nothing off. I think he was just 100 to 0 there, but it's dismember and hook. And now Bunny's had to toss on Sauce. It's a disaster right now. Borrow time has been used. Silence on Abaddon as well. He's completely isolated. That's 1 buyback from Lesh. But Pishy has the Exo. He's strong right now on the DP. We see a roll from Andy Bendy. Will get in the back lines, perhaps looking for supports. Does not find them. Instead, he'll roll all the way through to the wave. But there's siege units. He can't even kill those. Instead, the push can continue anytime the Radiant wants. Pishtya is hitting the T3. Split Earth will miss. There is no shard on Leshrac. Smack has a hook shot on Clockwork. Dire to Glyph. Rangerak's half HP, but with the Exo ending, Bloosher Revamped, they will take their moderate gain and they'll walk away. They will fold for now.
Yeah, I like totally cast or curse them. I said it should be getting better, and then they just like got picked 4 times in a row. Their carry had to buy back. I think they're gonna, get jumped on again.
Well, the Shrek has BKB. Hook. BKB
nice
forced out. Dismember. Okay, it's not used thanks to the bash from Andy Bendy.
Radiant should
Radiant
fight.
still want the Leshrac kill. Instead, they'll turn to Clockwork. Has his own cogs, but he'll die inside his own cogs. However, Dire wants to kill Rice, but Rice Boy is extremely low. He's extremely dead. Currently a 1-for-1. Ursa is bashed. BKB from Icy Head. He's tossed away by Bunions. Now turns to Pangolier. Pangolier almost kills the Ursa. Now Satanic on the creep wave. Turns to Pangolier. Tries to TP. That is absolutely futile. Now he's man fighting in this 1v4. Correction, 1v5. And that will be a death on the carry Ursa of Ice Yeti. So 3 deaths on the Radiant side. 2 cores included in that. The cores do have buyback, however. The cores do have buyback.
Yeah, I think that was just a little bit of poor execution from Radiant. This Ursa got put in the cogs. He didn't BKB. Then like Pango was rolling around. He still didn't BKB, and then he just got chain stunned like full to 0 by Andy Bendy. We got a like double or triple roll into bash. And then when Ursa did Satanic BKB, he got tossed away by his tiny, so he couldn't really hit. They might have to give this up.
They might have
Ursa
to.
doesn't really want to buy.
They find
might have
Pishtya. He's forced to BKB. He'll siphon once, now twice. 2 siphons are lost on Pishtya and his BKB as well. Toss on Pangolier into the base. Pango, wait a minute. He's actually getting away from this somehow. Now, it's a ultimate from Patience, the Solar Guardian to heal. Rice Boy is in. Dismembering on Abaddon. Borrow time is forced out. Hook on Clockwork. An unfortunate force staff will ensure his death. So it's currently 1 death on Clock, and with that death on their Clockwork, Sauce's Kittens will disengage to the east.
Yeah, this Dawn got his pipe, so the Venal wasn't killing them as fast as maybe Dire would have liked, and Radiant was able to take the fight even without the Ursa.
Alright, question of the day now is when is the third Roshan? Obviously Ursa definitely wants that third Aegis, but Dire of course have decent tools around the pit as well, and they have heroes who also want 2 lives.
Yeah, Lesh has an Axe. I don't know how good this is. I mean, it's probably supposed to be good against Ursa and even the DP Ghosts, but I'll have to see it in action to know, because I feel like Ursa has a BKB, a Satanic, and an ult to dispel from himself. And then this Pudge will still kill people who get like, even if he's whatever, nihilismed.
Nihilismed.
But we'll see. It's probably a pretty good day in Ursa, I guess.
That's one of the funny things sometimes with these Dota abilities, like nihilism, right? Usually the word nihilism doesn't... I don't think it's actually really a word, but, I mean, how else can you possibly use that, you know? I guess you could say Leshak uses nihilism, but it's not always... That doesn't always work.
I'm just curious if Shivas would have been better than this. I feel like a Shivas is really valuable for Dire. Maybe...
Wait a minute, Pistia. He's forced to BKB. He'll run at Tint. Does not want to use the Exo. Rice Blade will hook. Dismember. Now used. Oh, Andy Bendy, you are very dead. All 3 cores are there. However, will be a trade top lane, I'm assuming. Bunions has a Force Staff, but he's being chased by Salacious Sea Lion 62. Yules into Split Earth, into the Cogs knockback, and well... Hey, Bunions will hit a few times, but yeah, that will be the 1-for-1 in favor of the side of Team Bloosher Revamped, but a 1-for-1 nonetheless. Guess who's alive, though? It's our good friend Roshan. He's back for the 3rd time this game, and well, he's about to be gone for the 3rd time this game. Yeah, Dire, no, but I don't think they can get there in time. If we're looking at the... Oh, actually, Clocks is dead. Okay, blinked on by Rice Boy. So, what could have been the chance to snatch is absolutely demolished by Pudge. As a result, it is the Aegis, and the Cheese, and the Sharp. Meanwhile, bottom, as you mentioned, Exo from Pistia, looking for Tint. Tint has Wraith Pact and Lotus, but I don't think I can save him. He can attempt the TP, but again, there's no way out. That's another big kill for Pistia. Sure, you had to use the Echo, and now, wait, is there Vengeance? The Shrek engages. Tried to force out whatever he could, but could not find anything. Despite the DP's BKB being on cooldown, you still have the Yules and gets away there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Dire has not done a great job emphasizing Roche. The way they got the first one was really good, but since then they've been kind of playing bottom. They even had this good ward in the Radiant Triangle, but Radiant's just able to get Roche. Dire's never really swept the top side.
Well, that's your buyback. It's currently a 5v3 if Dire engage right now. No DP, no Tiny. And it seems like Sauce's Kittens know that. They want to go on Rice Boy. Rice Boy will be forced to BKB. Ursa now will BKB as well. They're hunting. They're bashed by Andy Mendy. And for now, we're seeing Radiant kite around. Rice Boy and Yeti are both half HP. Yeti has 2 lives. Rice Boy does not. Rice Boy is dead. And now Yeti, again, 2 lives, has Satanic. And has a Pistia arriving to the fight, but it's time to run. He'll get tossed away by his own Tiny, but Dire chase. Oh no, Solar Guardian a little bit too late. Now Pistia's on the inside. He's forced to BKB and Siphon, but Yeti's down 1 life with the Aegis. Dire fight again in that 5v3. It returns to a 5v4. Yeti has now Cheese in his inventory, but at this point, Dire disengaged. They're kiting very well. Nova on 3. Hookshot on Yeti. Yeti! It's entirely kited right now. Radiant are dying to the Venom damage. Bunions is dead. Yeti is still being kited. Has Satanic in 4, but his Cheese is gone. He's still being kited. He can't do anything in this fight right now. He's disarmed again. Stunned by the Split Earth. Ursa, there's nothing you can do other than finally kill Smacktrix. He now turns to Andy Bendy. Andy Bendy is stunning everybody. Patience is dead. Yeti gets Yules. It's now a 4v2. Split Earth on Ursa. He's still slowed. Is there detection? Where's the detection? There's no detection somehow! There's no way he gets away here. They now see him. The invis is ended. Ursa, you are in the trees. You have no mana. You have been bashed, and you have no life. Sauce's Kittens, some way, somehow, show huge signs of life with a massive team fight win.
Yeah, I hate this Ursa hero. This Lesh Axe was actually really good against him. I forgot this also. It E-blades himself, which is good, especially because Ursa doesn't have Nullifier. You might have to buy one here, which will be pretty good if you can get it. I mean, there's like, what, 3-4 staffs, and a Ghost Scepter on Dire side. But Dire played that really well. They were just kiting this guy. They were able to hold on through that Aegis push. I think they lost a range Rex bottom.
Yeah, I mean, the mid-racks were already dead, right?
I don't remember. Maybe.
They might have died during that fight, and we just didn't notice, because there was a fight. I think it might have been... Wait, how long ago? Okay, it was right after the Aegis went down, then they got the mid-racks, and then they went bottom. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember this timeline right now. It's a little bit chaotic. We do have a pause, by the way.
There's this thing Kobe always says where we lose mid and you say mid racks doesn't matter. He never elaborated. We never like discussed why it doesn't matter, but now it's just something we all say. So yeah, they lost mid, but mid racks doesn't matter. It's fine. Clock got Ags. Clock Ags is actually giga broken, I think. This mostly the rocket flares. I mean, the other parts are good too, but the rocket flares are insane. You can just like spam this, and you can see like the whole map. And then it'll stun you after, but like you're not in the thick of it, so the stun doesn't really matter, and you just scouted the whole map, so you'll be okay. It's a little late to be getting it though.
A little bit, yeah.
I think most of the clocks at TI, if they're 4, they just like go Tranquil Zags, like Boot Zags.
I remember the Ags came out and my instant read was, this is broken. And it seems like people are now discovering, oh yeah, this is absolutely broken.
Yeah, I thought you would just like be a core and buy it, but...
That's what I thought too, yeah.
And buy it.
Yeah, I was theorycrafting carry clock for a little bit. It didn't go that way, but... You know, 4 with Ags makes a lot more sense than carry.
Radiant smoked. DP was not in the smoke. Maybe he broke.
Well, here we go again in the Radiant jungle. The Shrek BKBs turns to Bunions. Bunions will force away. He'll toss up Abaddon. Patience arrives to the fight with the Solar Guardian. Andy Bendy is rolling, stunning onto the Nihilism from Jim. Again, massive damage. Nova comes in from Tint, hitting, I believe, on 3. However, Radiant focus down Vano, but they still can't kill him. Pistia is going on the clockwork. Meanwhile, Leshrac has died in the middle of the fight. Leshrac buys back. Tint has been stunned by Avalanche. He will die to the hook. Now, at long last, Pistia kills Smacktrix, but he's being kited around by supports right now. He's distracted, but it seems not to matter. Vano dead. Clockwork dead. Leshrac is forced to buy back. So a big fight lost there on the back of, for the side of Sauce's Kittens.
Yeah, it's a dieback Vano. Now Lesh is on buyback. Pretty good fight for Radiant. I think someone bought Tiny maybe? Yeah, it's still great fight for Radiant. I think they had 2 wards. Or 1 ward and then a double ward on this cliff.
Every ward counts. I mean, they're just putting down every little bit of vision they can. I mean, you look at the, there's a little bit more space over here covered by that extra ward in the low ground, you know? Every little bit counts. And there was fighting right over here, so maybe it helped.
Yeah. He's buying a Axe recipe on Lesh and he's gonna finally get a Kaya. I didn't even realize he hasn't had a Kaya this whole time. He just didn't really have space to slot it in his build. He kind of needed all these items to deal with what Radiant had. Even though Kaya feels really good on this hero.
You see the Kai Assange a lot, but not this game.
Yeah.
I think it would make sense to go for the Kai Assange, but sometimes you need too many items. One more roll from Andy Mendy. Kills the wave. He leaves his base and then blinks back in. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to say, like 15 minutes ago or something, is this Pudge went overwhelming blink, like after BKB, and I actually hate it. I think this is so trash. This hero with items is so good, and overwhelming blink, it's like, oh cool, it's a nuke and your strength is good, and yeah, it's good, like 6th item, but other items on this hero I think give you so much more. This overwhelming blink, you can like blink in and hook them now because they're slowed or something. I don't know if that's why people buy it, or they just like the damage, or what, they just like the sound it makes.
It gives you raw 25. It gives you a Reaver KU. Look how much tankier he is with that extra bit. That's 500 HP.
That's so true. I also hate Kai Sange on this hero. I think it should always go E-Blade.
I got bad news for you then.
Yeah, I think you should go E-Blade and Shivas, and then like Refresher, and then you can get Overwhelming Blink. Maybe after Travels, and then you can get it. But I mean, this is fine. This hero's broken, so you can kind of do whatever.
Here we go again. Patience is isolated. He will get brought down, but there is a hook on Smacktrix. It might turn into a 1v1 or 1-for-1 very quickly. Patience is dead. Smack's still alive, actually. Yeti Abyssal Blades Tint, and Tint is dead. Now that is a big core kill. Tint does not have buyback. Borrow Time is activated, and Dire are splitting. Sausage Kittens are on the run. The Abaddon is most certainly dead, but the problem is Dismember will kill the clock as well. So it is 3 deaths on the side of Sausage Kittens. It's a buyback from Clockwork. It's currently a 3v4 if a fight breaks out. Abaddon does have buyback, but so does Patience, and now they go on Jim. Back for Patience. Solar Guardian stun. Will barely hit in time. And now, hookshot in. Bloosher is down. That's a dieback. Abaddon's dead. That's a dieback. Clockwork is low. He will die. That'll be a dieback. Andy Bendy's on the run. He may survive, but we're looking at GG's in the chat quite soon. If there's no GG's, the throne will die before that. Yeah, hook on Andy Bendy. Oh no, he doesn't even have buyback eye. That's a full 5-man wipe, and that'll be your GG, I'm quite sure. There they are.
Yeah, that was a good game. I think Rice Boy probably maybe save this game. I don't know if it's saved is the right word, but he definitely hit like 2 good hooks when Dire was getting aggressive. I think the first one was on the Lesh with Aegis or something. Or no, it was on Veno when Lesh had Aegis. And then there was like one more near the mid tier 2 or something, which really slowed down Dire's early timings. And then Radiant was able to get the next Roches. So, yeah, I think Radiant played well. This DP popped off, like I said she might. It is a really free DP game, and she kind of just carried the early game. Killing top, killing the tower. I think they killed mid tower or something. But it was still a close game. It still went 50 minutes, so it's a good one.
Especially unfortunately what happened to Tint's net worth. If you look at, I'm looking at the player net worth chart, and you can see all 6 cores are kind of neck and neck at about minute 24. And from that point forward, I'm not sure if he lost a big streak or he's used buyback or what, but at that point forward, it was just no money for Venomancer.
Yeah, I mean, eventually this... when I play this hero, I go Midas every time, because at some point in the game, you're just... you're going to start dying. And that's just how it goes. And it can get hard to farm. You can just like put a few wards near a wave and then pray. But yeah, I mean, I think Dire needed a vessel, definitely. Maybe a Shiva's later in the game. They got neither of those. Radiant has so much healing. I think Mage Slayer, I'm gonna leak this. Mage Slayer is the counter to Pudge. Now that I'm not playing, I don't care. But once you get Mage Slayer, Pudge does like no damage if you hit him with it. They don't really have a Mage Slayer buyer. Maybe Pango can buy it, but that's like kind of awkward. And it was 24 Pudge, so can't really blame them.
What the problem was?
This Abba went for stuff first.
He didn't go Blink Dagger. If he had a Blink Dagger, he would have had like 13 billion more saves.
True. Except, I don't know. I also think this Clock's build was kind of grieving. I don't think Clock needs Force Staff this game. Or Ghost Scepter. Or Urn. I think the Veno should have just gone Vessel. This guy should have just like gone Eggs. But I mean, Force Staff and Ghost Scepter, you can't flame your subs for buying Force Staff because like that's toxic. At least they're trying to be supportive, you know. So
yeah,
I don't want to put too much emphasis on it. So someone definitely should have gone Vessel. Probably Veno. I mean, Pact was good. And I think it was good that they had a Pact and it was doing work in a few fights, definitely. I mean, this item is so hard to gauge like how much it's really doing, but I think it was working. I don't know. Just wish they could have had some heal reduction.
Yeah, it would have been that helpful for sure. All right.
Okay.
I'm
gonna
be
right back.
Okay, you be right back. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have both of us be. Actually, no, I'll stay. Screw it. I'll stay.
I'll be like 30 seconds.
I'll do the same once you're back. I was considering leaving temporarily, but I decided, you know what? I could stay. I don't need a break. Breaks are for posers. Breaks are actually quite nice. I digress. At this point, though, we are now jumping into game number 2. The adrenaline is leaving me temporarily. The adrenaline will come back, of course, for game 2 once the game is actually happening, but for now we are in the draft. My throat is I went a little bit too hard on that Veno escape at like minute 22. And my throat is not happy with me because of it, but oh well. It's not like this is a game 2, or that I'm casting tomorrow or anything. There's no way I'm... Oh, I'll figure it out. I think I still need to mess around with my mic thresholds, but we'll go back to the game here, because it is game 2.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, welcome on back. You know what time that means. Now, I'm going to leave and grab some water. I'll see you in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, this dire draft sucks ass. If you first pick Tiny, you're coping. This hero's not good. But I do think the 4 best heroes are getting banned out in the first phase.
5 seconds remaining.
I think the 5th best hero in the game is probably SF. But I don't know that either of these teams play SF. Well, I mean, I don't know that ICA plays SF.
Dire team pick.
Clockwork. I hate double sub opening. I think it's trash. But if they play mid CM, then this opening is good. I think mid is CM's best role.
10 seconds
So,
remaining.
we'll see.
Team ban.
Mr. Ling. Yeah,
Radiant team ban.
good pick. This hero's broken. I hope they'll ban. Guess PL is good against ICID, probably Ursa. And then I don't know, maybe CK, maybe you play Slark. I'm not sure.
10 seconds.
I think Benno could be annoying. You might see that, but I don't know that you waste a ban on it. Because these guys also play mid Morphling, I'm sure.
Dire team ban.
I'm gonna open the TI stream now and take the analysis that they're doing there. Wait, these guys are first phasing Tiny on Tundra. This hero's broken. Did a great pick by Dire. First overall. Fantastic hero.
Remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
He's gonna ban Lesh.
Dire team
That's
ban.
probably fine. Bat
Radiant
and
team
Invoker. DP ban. These guys are gonna Ursa again, I'm pretty sure. They'll just jam the Ursa. I don't know.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team
Bat,
pick.
Invoker, Pango. Lesh is banned, DP is banned. What other mids are there? I wouldn't hate this to be a mid Tiny. I think mid Tiny is cool,
10 seconds remaining.
but it might be mid Morph.
5 seconds remaining.
We'll see here.
KU, I have a message from the people.
Yeah, what they say.
KU equals Noober. That is all.
That's so true.
It is so true. Well, I think we're about to be in for a role swap. By the way, this is almost certainly going to be the Andy Bendy Morphling.
You think so?
Yeah, Andy Bendy is. I've played with Andy Morph. I've played with Jim Morph. I've never played with Tint Morph. Maybe it's a Tint Morph, but it's Andy is a better Morph player than Jim is, 100%, hands down, no question. So
Is that true?
Oh,
I think
100%.
this I'm pretty sure is Rook's best hero.
I've laned with Andy Bendy Morph. I've laned with Jim Morph. I'm pretty sure my win rate with Andy Bendy Morph is 100%.
Maybe, I mean, they could definitely both be juiced at this hero, but I'm pretty sure Rook, his only and best carry hero is Morphling. But I have a feeling that it'll be mid Morphling. Just
That's
by
cool.
the way they were drafting. But you know, they could definitely swap the player around. It would not be surprising.
10 seconds.
And this looks like maybe offlane ET?
5 seconds.
Seems like it could be. Yeah, I mean,
I'm not sure who the ET player is here. Or they
I guess it has
I
to
don't-
be. I guess it has to be Pisture, right?
I mean, it could be Sup and like Core Clock. Which I'm not
Speaking of
sure.
sups, we have a Sven, who is the support now.
Is it though?
I think it's gonna be support Sven. Wait, is it Core Tiny or Core Venge then?
I mean, I was saying that I would like it to be a mid Tiny if it's not going to be mid Morph. I think Tiny still is best as a mid.
10
Um,
seconds remaining.
I think it has its place as a Sup. We saw it win last game. I don't know if I want to see it That's 4 here, though. I think Sven is really good against ET. Well, the armor part of Sven is really good against ET. So Sup Sven especially could be good against ET. Yeah, I said during the draft they should ban Ursa because they're just gonna jam it, and they're just jamming it again.
I think it's a. Actually, is it a worse Ursa game than the last game, or about the same?
It depends on what they pick here for their offlaner. I mean,
5 seconds remaining.
I think Ursa against Morph is still good for Ursa. I mean, Morph can Ags anyone, any carries, so all the bad matchups kind of get a lot better. Like before, Slark versus Morph was like Slark favor, you just steal his stats and stuff, he'll never kill you, but if you morph into Slark with the Ags on Morph, it really ruins Slark's game, and he like cannot hit. But Ursa doesn't care as much about losing the attack speed because Ursa has this giant attack speed buff, and can still tear through the Morphling, and can go Diffusal, which Morphling doesn't love playing against. So I think this is probably one of Morph's hardest matchups in the carry role. ET is also pretty hard. ET is good against Morph, I'd say, because of the E.
Yeah, the minus armor is real. I mean, that hero is literally water. He's all agility. You remove all of his armor.
In theory, I will say, it can be good. But a lot of the times, ET will just like die. If it's core ET with like 5 items, then yeah, Morph will get one-shotted, but it's hard to get there, and like, I'm not sold on core ET. I played it a few times for Cavern Crawl, and it's fun when you get to your items and you get to your timings, but the road to get there can be really rough. But we'll see. I still think it's going to be like a mid, or I was hoping it would be a mid morph, but it's looking like they will choose a 3 or something. Okay, I have no idea what's going on now.
Yeah, until that pick
Weaver,
I knew what they were doing, but now I'm confused as well.
I mean, it could just be Carry Sven mid-morph. Sub-Tiny, Alphalane, Weaver, or something like that. But I'm not sure. It could also be mid-Tiny, Sub-Sven.
I wish they had a 5th blue hero, because that'll be the explanation. They just want blue heroes, but they don't. Tiny's not. There's a blue hero.
Okay, I like the ET pick better now. It's a sub-ET, 4 o'clock. Now I kind of hate this ET pick a lot more now. I think, so it's a core Venge, which I think is not good against clock.
Maybe it's Carry Weaver offlane Venge mid-morph?
I think they will put the Weaver against the Ursa, I think is the idea.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, Weaver against Clock is really rough in the lane if they're both subs, but they're not going to be. They're both cores here, so kind of doesn't matter. I do think Ursa CM is a pretty scary lane, especially for a vengeful spirit. But Weaver might do okay there. Not really sure. I think ET Zeus is pretty cool. They don't really have any good stuns on Radiant though, to pair with the ET. Like, you can like stomp the guy, and it's good to have a follow-up stun. But they kind of don't have one. Like if you stomp some guy in the backline, like my favorite was, we used to run this. I would play Carry Void Spirit with an ET 5 and a Pydock would play Hoodwink 4. And then if Keita ever stunned anyone with this Astral Step, me and Pydock would just burst the guy full to 0 with one of our stuns and then we just nuke him. But they don't really have that capability on Radiant, I'd say. like Zeus brings the damage, but they don't have someone to lock them down after they catch with Echo Stomp. So like Morph will be able to morph or BKB or whatever. Weaver might time lapse. We'll see.
Well, I am excited for it. If you are just joining us, welcome to game number 2 of Sauce's Kittens taking on Team Bloosher Revamped. Revamped, I suppose, at this point. My name is Badger. I'm joined by two-time Lads champion, KU. I think we're in for a good time here.
30 seconds to battle.
It
That
is
should
the mid-morph. He said it was possible, and it seems like we're going to see it here.
Yeah, this looks like a big fight.
Well, here we go again. That's Shikuchi in, an Avalanche on 4, Stormbolt only on 2. Smack Tricks and Bunions both are low. Seems like First Blood will go to the Radiant, unless it's a Roche Deny. No Roche Deny. First Blood to the offlane Clockwork of Pistia.
Yeah, this clock's gonna carry this game. They're putting
Begins.
yeah, so Venge is gonna go top. They're gonna put Weaver against Ursa. That's kind of what I thought would happen here. One thing is they are putting Tiny in the safe lane. I think that could be good if they end up tossing in a tower and then Venge stun follow up. We'll see how Sven does bottom though. This could be okay if he skills Warcry, could make this Ursa not do too much damage as they're hitting CM.
She's not quite dead yet, but it'll be very close. Frostbite comes in on Tint. Everyone survives. Both Weaver and CM are quite injured, however. It's a good denial from Yeti. A little bit of rough coordination on the last hit there from Sauce and Tint, but still a good deny from Yeti.
Yeah, mid is gonna be really free for Morph. People say like, oh, you know, this guy can Zeus ult at any time to kill you. And like, that's true through the early game, but later in the game, Morph will be fine against Zeus. And as he gets his bottle here, he will free farm. And if you're free farming early on Morph, then you're pretty happy, I think. And usually Morph doesn't like laning against spam heavy heroes, at least in the side lane, which is where I play the Morph. They're fighting top, maybe?
Seems like Smack will be fine. Yeah, he'll get knocked away by the cogs rather than trapped inside the cogs. So there's no death yet anywhere. Except for the First Blood. I guess there was the First Blood earlier.
Yeah.
I forgot about First Blood.
This is a clock. Pistia got it again. Got it last game too, I think. Maybe I'm making stuff up. I don't remember.
Yeah, he got it on DP. He killed Abaddon, First Blood, you're right. It was like minute 6. It was very late in the game.
Yeah,
well,
but
there's a toss. Bunions tanks the creep wave. He's half HP and dropping, but he will not die. He gets away barely.
yeah. I mean, I think once Clock gets level 3, his Q does like double damage, more than double damage. And if you get on top of Venge, Venge might just like chain feed. I said it last game too, but the tiny toss can be good against Clock in lane. So we'll see if that ends up working out for Dire, or if this Clock is just gonna get chain fed. But my point about morphing is, in the side lanes, this hero hates playing against the poke and like the heroes that just spam him. But in mid, it doesn't matter as much because you buy bottle and stop.
There's fighting in both of the side lanes right now. Top lane is where the kill will be, it appears. Bunions is incredibly low, but he's not even dead. Meanwhile, it's CM being run down by Sauce. But then actually, it's the kill from Ursa somehow. He kills Weaver. So I look 2 places. The Goblins are in 3rd place, and now Pistia will kill Andy Bendy top lanes. Absolute raucous across the map right now. Both side lane cores die for Sauce's Kittens. Not quite sure how the one happened to bottom. Might have been Shikuchi on cooldown, I suppose, but still, that's a bit of a surprise about that one.
Yeah, it looks like a really good game for Pishja. He's off to a good start. He should be fine here. It's pretty tanky. Yeah, I'm still not sold on Corvenge. I think it always sounds cool.
And right now it sounds dead. I mean, she's just dead.
Yeah, but like once you get Ags, it's cool. It's like, oh, I'm feeding, but then it's like, gotcha, I'm back, and then you click your spells again. But the road to the Ags, I feel it can be very rough, and we're seeing it here. He has to walk back to lane, smoked. So we're basically going to be seeing a sup Venge for a while here, which, I don't like core Venge, and I think support Venge is okay, so I'm kind of getting
if he's 3 in farm priority, he's basically playing off lane, even though he is in the safe lane. Speaking of in the safe lane, this pitch just tossed up in the air by Smackstrix and stunned by Andy Bendy. Okay, then that's a way to get a kill. And the well played as well from his own teammates.
That was good. Mid. Never mind. Thought he might skill ult on Morph and try and kill him.
Speaking of ult, Zeus about to get his as well. He's a few more creeps, however, so... She still has a skill point. Actually, he skilled away from him, never mind. Oh, okay, top lane, Bunyan solo kills Smacktrix in a 1v2. Did not see that coming, and, well, apparently he's dead now.
So I think lanes are going pretty good for Radiant. Weaver against Ursa, like they picked this Weaver last, I think.
Oh no, top lane again. He doesn't even have 6 yet. Oh, okay, never mind. Andy Bandy gets away this time.
He can Zeus ult here, yeah.
Okay, that's the way to finish it. Just hit 6 on Zeus, and that finishes the job.
Yeah, I mean, this event just really sad.
If there's 2 bounty runes, there's just 2 bounty runes right here. Okay, that'll work.
I mean, basically this whole game is going to be on Morph, the carry, like 1v5.
Oh no, top lane. Hook shot in by Pishy. He's out of control right now. We're seeing Jim TP in. That's Salacious Sea Lion 62 mid Morphling in the top lane. Pishy is still running away. Now in this 2v3, he's finally dead. Took a lot of effort, but he's dead now.
Wait, this guy is Master Tier Morph. This guy's a nerd.
Aren't you Master Tier? Like, aren't you Grandmaster? Whoa, Bunions! Look at the damage! Look at the damage! It's sizable, though not enough. Aren't you like Grandmaster Terrorblade?
Anyway.
Aren't you like Master Tier
Back
Pudge
to the
as well?
bottom lane. Oh my gosh! There's Weaver, he's farming!
You're deflecting, I see. You call it a Master Tier nerd. You're Grandmaster Tier and a nerd hero.
The difference is he's Morphling. This is a nerd hero.
Steve,
I
you're right.
Play this hero. Check the
top lane. Andy Bendy is dead, by the way. But you're saying, oh, he's not done yet. He's shutting in on Tiny. He'll avalanche on too, but I believe Radiant have more move speed. Yeah, they've got more move speed. There's only a windlace on Tiny, so there's one more kill for Pishtia.
The bonus. Yeah, I mean, this guy is the best offlaner, I think.
Pishtia?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm content saying that. Yeah.
This guy is juiced. I don't know why they had him on mid, but I was also playing mid last season, so I get it.
Well, it seems like Rice Boy is dead. It's a 3v1 tower dive. They'll kill the Zeus, but at what cost? Radiant bring in the cavalry looking for vengeance. Morph the targets. Still half HP, he's morphing strength, and he'll now stun back to ET. Dire turn to the CM, so it's now double kill for Salacious Sea Lion 62. Storm Bolt on Bunions. He'll attempt to run. He's just running around at this point. I think he knows he's dead. And it'll be a kill for Sauce. So 3 kills for the side of Sauce's Kittens. Nothing in exchange.
Yeah, I actually when this seal stack, I feel like there's a lot of times when either Andy Bendy or Rook plays in a side lane and they just like get giga rolled, they just run to mid and just like camp. Cause like we play these guys in unranked sometimes, and I feel like I've had this happen a lot.
Okay, there. What? He's just dead on Morphling, farming.
He got rocketed. He got rocketed and Zeus ulted. It was a little bit too much damage.
Okay then, I did not see that coming, but.
And it was a blind rocket. I think he didn't even have vision.
And I think about it, if Jim saw it coming, he would be alive right now. I mean, the fight continues in the Radiant side jungle. Sven down, Tiny on the run, enraged from Ice Yeti, and one more hit will do it. One more hit, so never mind. He'll just walk away for now. Zeus is on the way, not in range of the Arc Lightning.
Whoa.
Dude, Jim is crazy. Eric just TPs into this fight. Tint is forced to time lapse. Morphling turns into CM, but oh no, it's not just not going very well right now for CM. This is a really weird fight bottom lane. Waveform into Frostbite from Salacious Sea Lion 62. Stormbolt to follow. Patience has the Frostbite again on his doppelganger Morphling. Ice Yeti runs away. Sauce is tower diving. He's angry. He's red, but instead his entire team turns to Zeus and CM perhaps. This is what is going on bottom right now? This is the weirdest fight.
Yeah. I feel like Dire is getting kind of owned, but it's only a 1k lead. Not exactly sure how. I guess the CM is like giga poor.
What can you do?
This Morph is like decently farmed.
I mean, CM's sitting at a solid like 55 GPM right now, not having the most fun game, I'm sure.
Yeah. This
Rice Boy solo kills Andy Bendy. I believe the Rocket Flare did not hit. Yeah, it did not even hit. He didn't even need the Rocket Flare.
Yeah, this game is I mean, they got bottom tower, right? This is okay. They got something. But it's like all on this Morph, basically. This is one thing I wanted to talk about like 5 minutes ago or something, but they picked Weaver against Ursa, which it's like kind of cool, I guess. Like in lane, you will run away from the guy who's hitting you with Fury Swipes or whatever. But like Weaver did not win this lane. Weaver kind of got rolled in this lane. Like he only died once, but he's like losing by a lot of CS. Because you can't really like pressure out the Ursa like a Viper or maybe a Veno. I mean, Veno didn't even do it that well last game, but like one of these poison guys or even DP can bully out the Ursa. Weaver is just like a ranged guy with a little bit of disengage, so you won't feed Ursa, but Ursa's still having a good game. Which is concerning. Because it's a pretty good Ursa game, I'd say. Swap can be annoying. Sven armor is like a little annoying sometimes. But if you're really farmed, it's not going to matter.
Even if the Morphling's #1 net worth as well, at this point it'll be him competing with all 3 of the Radiant cores, and his teammates are not close right now. Venge is poor, Weaver's poor, and... Well, it seems like we're seeing some poking around to look for kills to help that situation, but it's just not working, so... So it's a hard game to be Happy Seal's very own Salacious Sea Lion 62.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what Weaver will go. I guess he's going Maelstrom. So I guess he's the 2, or like... He's the second guy who's going to farm. Venge will probably just go Ags and start feeding more, but like in a good way. Yeah, I mean the thing is, Dire does have good heroes to get solo carried as. Like Sven. Oh, gets hooked.
Well, that's a problem for Sven. You're mentioning Sven at the perfect time because, yeah, you mentioned the hook. Battery is off the fall, and another solo kill for Pistia. They turn to Smacktrix, but seems like he'll be a little bit too fast to die. I guess if you want anybody to die, it would be the Sven, and well, he's now dead.
Yeah, but like, Sven is good at getting carried as a sup, because, you know, you just get the shard, you click your E, you have a stun. This is a cool supportive hero. If you're a core that's having a really terrible game, and you're trying to get carried by your Morphling, playing Venge is probably one of the best. Like, this is a support hero for a reason. Her spells are useful. She has a buff with her Vengeance Aura and some minus armor and a save and a stun. Like, these are all good things to have, even if your net worth is not super high. And they're good ways of buffing up your Giga Carry. They might go on bench here.
I mean, they see the Venge, they have the Ward, but it's only 3 nearby. Looking at Radiant's vision, they've seen the Morph and the Weaver recently. They haven't seen the Tiny or the Sven. So maybe that's what they're afraid of, is like these heroes being behind the Venge. And well, we're waiting. There's patience right now from Patience and company, just waiting to go in on Andy Bendy. But they've waited too long. Swap in on Bunions. Sauce rides with a Stormbolt on Crystal Maiden. Waveform in by Jim. The freezing field will not stop the death of Crystal Maiden. Ulti in by Zeus. No kill for Rice Boy. Avalanche into the damage from Morphling will kill the Elder Titan. 2 kills for Sauce's Kittens.
Yeah, good play by Dire. They get 2 sups. Ursa is Battle Fury now, so he's gonna start accelerating. He should catch up to the Morph.
I remember we were talking about Ursa, and you're like, oh, I hate Ursa unless he buys Battle Fury. I told you we'd be in for Battle Fury. We've been in for 2 games in a row, Ursa Battle Fury.
Yeah.
Ice Yeti is a B Fury buyer, man.
I think this game...
Hook shot by Pistia! Orchid as well! Oh, Pistia! The solo kill on Salacious Sea Lion 62. Sorry to cut you off, but that was a big play from Pistia.
Yeah, this guy's good. I mean... Yeah, I think that's Orchid reveal. I think.
I believe so as well, yeah. I don't think he had any. I don't think he had any components or anything either. I haven't been paying that much attention to Clock's items, but yeah, big kill there, big kill. Roshan under attack. Vengeful Spirit also under attack. The answer is Crystal Maiden, the 3 armor Crystal Maiden. But you know what? Every little bit counts. Aegis to the Ice Yeti Ursa Bear, and despite being under dire vision, Radiant don't care. They're just gonna run forward anyways. Oh, hook shots up in 2. Hook shot from Pistia. Oh, he's just so good. Pistia Dota 2. Out of control. And you said you said he's the best offlaner in Lads, and he's showing it right now. He is popping off this series, especially this game too. This is vintage 2013 Sam Sosale, aka Bulb on the Clockwork offlane right now. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, one thing that just happened is Morphling ported bottom. There was a double wave here, and then the Tiny was farming it, and I imagine this guy said, "I'm close to blink. Get the fuck out of here."
Well, speaking of getting out of here, Andy Bendy will leave the Mortal Coil, and so will his brother. A double kill for Rice Boy. Oh no, this is a disaster. And there's still no blink on Tiny. You were just mentioning it too. It's not there yet.
I mean, this guy had like 1,500 gold on Tiny or something. He's not even that close. And Morph needs this Manta style, and he poured it bottom, but then he ended up running all the way across to mid to like try and help here or farm here or something, and left the Tiny just farming bottom.
Oh, I think for the first time this game, Pistia missed the hook shot. I know Jim, he's probably not happy with that. He's definitely saying, as you mentioned, I need Manta. I cannot fight until we have Manta. The problem is, the fight's coming to him.
Yeah. I mean, I think he should have stayed bottom and kicked the Tiny out. Like, this Tiny can't get Blink, whatever, man. Like, go feed top or something. Like, this is the one safe part of the map, and Tiny is taking it. It's like pretty grief, I think. Because Morph is
Andy
the solo
Bendy,
carry.
you are dead again, it appears. Brought down by the E-Blade of Rice Boy. Well, it's not over yet, but it's looking real good for Team Bloosher Revamps. I know they're only called Team Bloosher Revamped, but they've revamped their team, you know? They were Team Bloosher Revamped. They revamped their team, so it's an appropriate nickname, right? It's Bloosher Revamped.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Revamped
also,
squared.
this Clockwork build, this is Giga Chad.
He's got a Blink Dagger!
Dagger.
What?
Yeah, I would have gone Midas here, I think, but this is cool too.
I would have went Ags. It's a Blink Dagger. I mean, he's got a hook shot. What is he the Blink Dagger for?
We're about to see it.
Well, Sauce is stacking, but he'll get cracking to the grave here. Brought down again by Pishja. Blink is hookshot not even needed. Just Blink cogs. Why not? Meanwhile, bottom lane, big kill on Elder Titan. Correction, moderate sized kill on Elder Titan. Going to Andy Bendy. Radiant One Vengeance. Clockwork is nearby. Has the Orchid. The Blink. Oh no. Orchid is there. Hookshot was missed by Pishja. Rare error from Pishja.
If he blinked in the trees, he would hit that hook. But he blinked on the wave, so Bench could see him. It was still close to that. So. Also, this is I do this play all the time. Just Morph is just standing in the enemy jungle. This enemy triangle. Dude, like every game that gets hard, this is where I am.
And it's getting quite hard right now. He got the strength morph off in time, but I mean, you can see the problem here. You can count the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 Radiant heroes, and now there are 0 Dire heroes there.
Yeah, I think this was too greedy. I would just stay in the camps. I will farm these camps. I'm like trying to be a ninja. I'm probably playing TB. I'm just like here chilling. I know that if the moment I show on this mid wave, they're gonna like TP5 guys here. And I don't know that they even TP'd that many. I think they were just like walking by, which is a little unlucky. But this Morph needs his Manta. Like, this game is not going to change until he gets his Manta. And even he just canceled his TP.
That's just unfortunate. That's the Orchid. He's in the cogs, and now he's in the grave. Another kill for Pishja. 10, 2, and 6. He might just be too good at Dota.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what I said in the draft. Like, I don't want to be playing a core Venge against Clock. I mean, I don't want to be playing any Venge against Clock, but Sup Venge, you can swap out your guy out of the cogs, right? And then you die. And it's like, oh, I'm a support, whatever. But core Venge is the same, right? Like, you will die in the cogs. And if, like, you're dying as a core in the cogs, it doesn't feel that good. And now he has Ags, which...
What is this for?
This Axe timing on Venge plus Manta on Morph. This Manta should have came like, I don't know, 4 minutes ago or something on Morph, but he just like died 3 times. So their timings are all like...
E-Blade on Sauce. Now I'm seeing Sauce die here. Oh, hookshot as well on Tiny. That'll be both supports dead. But I remember last night I was listening to Gunnar talk about Wraith Pact and why you should be buying on offlaners, not supports. And he described it as, you know, you play support, right? And sometimes you just die a few times, you get no farm. It's like, alright, well, I don't have Wraith Pact, we need Wraith Pact right now. He's buying it on Sven. Problem is he's not even at the Vlads yet. He's rushing the Wraith Pact, he's not even at the Vlads, so he's just so incredibly poor right now. And there will never be a Wraith Pact this game.
Talk about that like 15 minutes ago or something. This guy had Wraith Pact queued. It was when I talked about
okay, it was a game. It wasn't just you, so. Well, oh no. Blink in. That's a blink reveal from Tiny. It's a kill on Morphling and a pause. Oh no. This is this disastrous game. There's no other way to describe it. I mean, it's technically not over yet, but okay, before I'm not going to open the graph. Guess the win probability.
20%. 12%, 8%, 4%.
I'm gonna guess 3%, and we're gonna see what happens. Okay, it's actually 10%, so I was off. You were closer with the 12%.
Yeah, that was my gut reaction.
I'm honestly a little bit surprised it's that high, considering it's 14k at 23.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this game is over.
I mean, maybe Dotapus doesn't like their heroes or something, or likes these dire heroes. I don't know. I'm not sure what hero Ice Frog's AI likes or doesn't like, or should I say the Gaben AI likes or doesn't like, but...
It's probably like Ag's Venge or something. This is probably broken.
Maybe like... Actually, I guess we can look this up later, but regardless, we're back from the pause. The fighting is still continuing with Yeti engaging with 2. Tint with Shikuchi in, but I said he blinks him before he's even there. Bit of a stun attack comes out from the Venge and the Sven. Yeti will enrage just in case, bashing and fleeing. He's doing the bashing and then the fleeing in that order, of course. And he's... Wait, did he just reconnect? He wants... He just... Radiant resumes! What? What? I just noticed that. What? Okay, we're just gonna... We'll take that, I guess. Why not?
Yeah. But this... like 15 minutes ago or something, when I was talking about what Weaver was gonna buy, and I realized he was buying Maelstrom, he like had a Javelin. And at the time I clicked the Sven and saw he had Pact queued. Because I think you can buy Pact on Venge, or you can do this Weaver build like this. Like, oh.
Well, Rice Boy is in danger. If he dies, the big kill, and he's most certainly dead. Earth Splitter is a little bit too late now.
Plus one.
He might just die under the shadow of his own Earth Splitter at this point. He'll now attempt to turn. Ice Yeti arrives. Venge the trade, now 2-for-1 in Dire's favor. Patience and Yeti, both new targets. Patience, the squishier of the two, but Yeti the more important one. It's a split attention right now. Yeti turns in and swap. Oh no, hook shot as well, stunning on everybody. Ice Yeti is dead. Now Pisha, wait, he's actually in a 2v2.5. Venge has the illusion with the Ags, chasing Pisha. He's in his own cogs, but he's brought down in his own cogs. That is actually a turnaround. Okay then, that's a good fight for the side of Sauce's Kittens.
Yeah, that's really good. So Venge Ags, he's not scared to swap. And then Ursa just like hit the Venge, which is giga trash. He already swapped, he already used his spells, and then he killed Venge, who gets the swap refreshed.
Here we go again, mid lane. Sauce is incredibly deep, and yep, he's now incredibly dead. But he did finish the Vlads.
Yeah. I mean, this guy should not be buying the Pact. It should have been Weaver this game. Like, there was this time, like, I think before TI, or maybe in the qualifiers, some of the SA teams, and I think Quincy, I think Leslau, was playing Halflane Weaver, and he was going, like, these aura items. He went, like, Pact and, like, Vessel or something. And I thought it was dog shit, but, you know, if you have a Weaver in your offlane, I feel like that's probably the best items you can buy. You should, like, win your lane and, like, do some auras, and eventually you'll get these really good talents for right click, and you'll do some damage. But he's just going Maelstrom BKB, and he's really poor on Weaver. And they're getting a Vlad's on Sven, but now he's going Force Staff. It's kind of like the same thing last game where their clock went Earn, and then he's going Force Staff. It's like, I feel like these big items, this Vessel and this Pact, are like really important, but they're kind of putting it on their subs.
Smoke up on 3, already popped. Orchid on Smacktrix. Thornbull hits on 3, a good stun from Sauce, but it's already turned into a 5v4. Back to a 5 instead of buyback. Andy Bendy will lose 1 life. Has a 2-man stun from the Ag's Illusion. Echo Stomp on 2, into the Earth Splitter, swap away, saves Morphling, but his teammates are not so safe. That's a dieback on Tiny, a death on Sven, the Illusion is dead on Bench, the hook shot from Pisha, the minus armor is too much. That's a full 5-man wipe. Just call it at this point, this one's over.
Yeah, these guys kind of got rolled. I mean, I think taking a full 5-on-5 fight is never going to be good for Dire. Like, they should just use their swap, use their tiny, try and get a pick at the start, and then.
Oh, please don't tell me there's some stupid drama going on right now. I don't want to deal with this. I just want to be a caster. I don't want to be an admin. Oh. Can I not have stupid drama, please? I don't want stupid drama. I just want to say words into a microphone, man. Edis and Shard, both to Ice Yeti. There's gonna be some anger in the Discord after this game. I don't want to deal with it. Where's Bulljax? Can Bulljax deal with it? Blinken, Cogs to follow. Bloodthorn on the Vengeful Spirit, who's half HP and dropping. She'll stun on Zeus, turns into Illusion, has stun again, stunning this time only on one. Jim is half HP, E-Blade, hook shot from Pistia, blink away, buyback from Sauce. We're again back to a 4.5 v5. Though Ursa is just choosing the farm rather than be in the fight. He's now rotating over through the middle lane to top, maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe he's just doing creeps. Alright, KU, you're playing Dire right now. What's your game plan?
Probably disband.
Okay, let's say you're playing this Dire with your teammates, like Kobe and Keita. Then what's your plan? Also disband?
Probably disband.
She good point. You actually did disband, so.
I mean, I think.
Oh, that's a toss in on Clockwork. If they can kill him, it's a very big kill. He'll Bloodthorn Morph. Orchid or is purged by the Manta. Now Pistia is low. Can blink when he's uncancelled. He'll now try to blink, but he's stunned. He's still dead. And now Ursa. He's got 2 lives. Might lose 1 right now. That's 1 life lost on the Ursa Bear. Zeus only kills 2. Freezing Field up to follow. The Earth Splitter on Jim. He'll waveform away, but the Venge Illusion is dead. Now Tint. Oh, the bat! She's bat at the wrong time. He's really bashed at the wrong time there.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have to like swap and toss him into your fountain. That was kind of close. I don't know if fucking Rook is trolling or what, but this guy has morphed into CM every single time. I feel like this is wrong.
I'm not sure if he thinks his team lacks lockdown or maybe he wants to steal the spell amp, but at this point, Yeti will BKB running in for Smack Tricks. He'll kill the Tiny. Morph. Actually, Morph can't even, he's not ag. He can't even steal it, can he? Regardless, he'll get the Yeti kill. That's a very important one right there.
Big kill. It's 1k gold. I mean, he should go Ags, I think. I don't think he should go BKB. I think he should go Ags and he should try and turn into this ET. Because I think ET is the best hero for him to turn into this game. And especially with Ags. You get his Astral Spirit BKB thing. But he's gonna go BKB. Which maybe he thinks he can just man fight with it, but I don't know. I don't know who he's man fighting.
If you're wondering, Andy Bandy is in danger. Correction. Oh, the blink dodge from Pistia. He wasn't going to die anyways. That's stylish. That's a stylish blink dodge from Pistia. And now again, Sauce. He'll tank an E-Blade. He'll tank an Arc Lightning. He'll tank the Lightning Bolt, and he'll tank his 10th death of the game. That's double digits. And I guess what can you do with this game on Sven? But so yeah, I mean, Game 1 was definitely a lot closer than Game 2, unfortunately for Sauce's Kitten fans. So it's a very unfortunate game. Tint, you are in moderate danger. You are being gone on. You TP away in time. Oh, good. That's a creep MVP right there. That creep came in clutch. I think it was a dire creep, but either way, it came in clutch.
Yeah, I think this Weaver has definitely been like a non-factor in this game, which is just a function of the hero. I don't think this hero's good at all. I'd even say this hero is terrible. Especially if you don't have a good lane. Which...
Here do you have a good lane, KU?
Absolutely not.
He did not. We're seeing multiple fights break out right now. Both Bunions and Tint under attack. TP away from Bunions. Tint not so lucky. Chain stunned and bursted down, so... With the Ags, Bunyan was able to effectively BKB and TP. Well, Tint could not get the BKB off, and even if he did, there was a... Actually, there wasn't a clock hook shot. I don't know. I guess he wasn't... Hook shot on Jim. Oh, dear God. Poor Dios and D. That's... Oh, no.
That's a rough one. DD Ursa. I don't even know if Ursa, like...
I think he hit him like twice. Not even that much.
I don't think that was... The Ursa was the issue there.
I blame Zeus on that one. And Clockwork.
Zeus clock.
That is a glyph. It will delay the barracks dying.
I mean, Bench has the Psychic Headband and the Shard, so the spam is pretty annoying. I think this Bench Shard is really good.
She's going Aether as well, so if you're a fan of cast range, you're about to get even more cast range.
Yeah, I don't think we're enough to worry about that. This, I mean, their spam is actually good because, again, it's an Ursa, so this guy does not really hit the building. This is another part of Ursa I hate. They're up 30k and the carry is dead, and like, they kill the range racks, I guess. Like, I don't know.
That is correct. They did kill the range racks.
It's still winnable for Dire. I just gonna predict the Dota plus. Give him a good.
Give him a solid 1%, you know.
Definitely 2% here.
Well, Bishka blinks in, Bloodthorn on Smack Tricks, but Dire turns the clock. Problem is they're just too squishy. Sauce is dead, the trade for patience. But the rest of these heroes, two of them are already very low right now. Stun on Yeti with Yeti. Enrage. BKB, he's incredibly low right now. Hook it. Oh no, that's your dead Morphling. That's a time lapse from Tint, but Andy Bendy is down. Tint is down. Smack, I think he even bought back there. He's also dead. Now it's the illusion gone for Andy. Wait, does Smack survive that entire thing somehow? He did. Huh. See, they went on him with the Bloodthorn. I'm surprised he survived all of that. At this point, that's a 5 for 1.
Without clicking BKB, it's like I don't know when he'll ever even have a chance to click it this game. This thing.
Well, perhaps it could be now. Or, but yeah, never mind, he's just dead anyways. Sauce is being gone on in the trees. He's stomped by Bunions. He's trapped by his creeps. He was dead anyways, but that just hastened his demise. It's a full 5-man wipe KU.
Yeah, I don't know that the Dota Plus is going to be looking too hot.
We are still the 1% is still there. We are not at 100 yet. We can hold on to that 1% hope.
Yeah. It's all good though. There are only 1 range tracks down. It's still winnable. How often do you see a 36k lead and its full set of racks is not dead?
I mean, there's some crazy... Oh, Tints, you... It's not even an Abyssal... That's the Basher, no Abyssal Blade. Hook shot in on Smack Tricks as well. The Nimbus to follow. Now nobody wins. There is going to be one winner, though, and it's looking a lot like Team Bloosher Revamped.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting farmed at this point.
Swap on Rice Boy. He has the knee blade on himself. Tossed up in the air, but he's still alive. Tint wants this kill. He's desperate for the kill. Tints, please kill this man. No, he's back. Oh no. Sauce is dead. More deaths for Sauce's Kittens. Buybacks from Sven. Everybody who's left is engaged is in. They've killed Rice Boy. Rice Boy down. Mission accomplished. Problem is your base is still dead, and your heroes are also dead, so it's time not only for the mid racks to die, but for the bottom racks to almost certainly die on top of that.
Still winnable.
Technically true, yes. Technically, Stormbolt on with the chain stun, the lockdown, the wombo combo. Never mind the hook shot swapped away by his brother. Good play from Andy Bendy, saving the Morphling. Results in the death of the Vengelusion, but We now return to the barracks siege. Range racks dead melees. Actually quite healthy. Waveform deep by... Oh, Jim, you've been bashed. BKB has been used. Piscius hunting. Has his own basher as well, but... Salacious Sea Lion 62 gets away. Okay then, that is something. Problem is the barracks cannot waveform away, but they're still half HP at this point in the melee racks. Stormbolt stuns Bunions. Andy already swaps him in as well. The Magic Beauty has ended. Waveform kills him. The trade is for Sauce. Now another 1-for-1 trade in the bottom lane. Andy Randy's on the run. He's returned to life. Stun on Ursa. Has BKB, has Enrage, has Satanic, has used the Enrage and Satanic. He'll attempt to walk away, but Dire want to chase. Andy Bendy and Jim, the brothers, they chase for patience, but the TP away is in time. And now the Bloodthorn on Morph. You are dead for 79 seconds. Hookshot again on onto the Weaver. He's bashed down by Ice Yeti. The real Venge is dead. That's an illusion remaining. It's an illusion and the Tiny. It's a 44,000 net worth lead. 2 racks down. Throne is not long for life. Neither is the Agnon's Venge illusion. That's a buyback, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know why they're not calling it.
Either they really want to play it out, or maybe they're tilted and don't want to give him the GG. 6 in one, half dozen in the other, because the fight continues. Hook shot on Tiny. Bloodthorn to follow. Snacktrix is dead, so is the Venge. That's another full 5-man wipe into a 5.5-man wipe, and that's your GG call. It will be a 2-0 victory for Team Bloosher Revamped over Sauce's Kittens.
Yeah, I think Radiant played this game pretty well. I think Dire, their draft was a little sus. I think definitely not banning Ursa was a little weird. When they first phased Morph Tiny, and they just lost Ursa. So I said I would have banned Ursa, and I was surprised when they didn't. And they got punished for it, but I don't know that that was, the reason they lost this game. There was a lot of stuff that went wrong. I think this clock popped off. I said he would pop off on DP the game before, and he did. Popped off on clock this game. Probably my MVP of the series, Piscia.
I agree with you on that one. I mean, he had a good game 1. He had a great game 2. So I'll give you that one. Yeah,
Dire maybe still figuring stuff out. It's early in the season. This game is like, it's whatever. First game of the season. First half of the season. First entire regular season. It's all just for learning, If you could make it to playoffs, that's what counts. So I think they'll be okay.
It's their opening series. I mean, it's one of those things where 8 out of 10 teams per group will make the playoffs. We have actually the exact same number of teams as TI, so we're doing the
bottom 2.
We're doing the 4 winners, 4 losers. There's still plenty of time to turn it around, get into winners, of course. So
yeah. And the season just started, so the Piscia team could just go undefeated here, and then Andy Bendy will look back on this game and say oh, these guys were really juiced. That's why we got rolled. So probably some stuff they can learn from this. They'll figure it out, I'm sure. I think Piscia team did good. They just keep doing what they're doing. They'll probably be pretty good this season. But, it's a long season. There's a lot of time to both teams to change.
Alright, I believe we are wrapping it up for the evening. You got any final words, call out, shots to say to the people, League lads, and twitch.tv/Badger Pablo?
Yeah, shout out to my team. My ex-team.
Content team.
Shout out to Foreplay. Shout out to Kobe. Shout out to Bidoc. I hate Teddy.
Agreed.
Shout out to Keita, shout out to Joe. Yeah.
All right. On that note, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'll be back on tomorrow for not on my channel though. I'll be on the twitch.tv/rcryptic for rcryptic's TI beginner stream. I will be casting the first BO3 of the day over there. So at 4 p.m. EST, probably more like 4:15 EST. Tune on in to twitch.tv/rcryptic. I'm sure I'll show the stream on the lads Discord. I'll post it in there, but how to cast your games, cast your tournaments. If you want to hire me in Logical or be an analyst of your choosing for your pro tournaments and DPC affiliated events, contact me on Twitter, twitter.com/BatterDota2 or Discord, badge95713. I'll be back. I usually mention I'll be back, but I'll be back for some more lads later this week as well, so look forward to that. For now, though, thank you for watching, and as always, have a great night.